Hey folks, welcome back to Bliss by G Beats. I am the G, and today we got a brand new video. And we're going to be going over a fairly new, I'll say fairly new expansion by Native Instruments known as Crate Cuts. Native Instruments has a lot going on, man. It looks like the company has been sold. I want to see what that means for the company. Also, they have Maschine Plus that got released in 2020. I'm looking at getting that pretty soon. I may go ahead and update the Maschine Studio. I'm not sure. Y'all let me know if you think I should. But they have been staying very consistent on the expansion releases. It seems like they're coming out about every 2 to 3 weeks. And so this one is about three releases back, but since I haven't dropped it on the channel, I want to drop it on the channel for you guys. And so it looks like they've had Crate Cuts, Soul Magic, and a new one kind of aimed at the rave type of scene called Liquid Energy. So we're going to build our way up, and I probably won't get Liquid Energy, but I do have Soul Magic, so I will be having that on the channel also in another week. But for right now, we're going to be focusing on this particular expansion known as Crate Cuts. And I've been listening to this for a couple of weeks, and this is not what you think if you're thinking about Crate Cuts, because to me, typically you would think a lot about maybe we're dealing with a lot of samples and sample sounds, hip hop type sounds, lo-fi sounds. While you can use this in those genres, this is a really, really, really laid back expansion. So I don't want to do too much talking. Like I said, I've listened to it, and I think it's going to surprise you if you have not had a chance to listen to it. So before we get into the sounds, I want to show us first what is on the website and what do they say about it. It says the art of sampling, the loose sound of classic soul, jazz, funk, sampled from down-tempo hip-hop beats, smooth analog tones, vinyl style cuts, and custom kits recorded, produced, and chopped using classic gear workflows. 45 Maschine kits, 20 massive presets, 12 Monarch presets, and over 500 loops. It says Crate Cuts captures the unmistakable sound of days spent diving through stacks of forgotten vinyl, sampling with classic gear, and the loose anything goes production ethic pioneered by iconic beat makers like Jay Dilla, Madlib, and MF Doom, influenced by the buried treasure found in soul jazz and funk bins in record stores all over the world. It's packed with original, royalty-free recordings on reel-to-reel tape, sampled using iconic gear, and chopped into custom kits along with punchy percussion, synths, and bass from Massive and Monarch. Whew, that's a mouthful. And so as we see here, 526 loops, 367 drum samples, 303 one-shots, 50 battery kits, 45 Maschine kits, 20 massive presets, 12 Monarch presets, Maschine exclusive 140 plus patterns, 15 sampled instruments, and 8 projects. Additional information: 83 hi-hats, 88 percussion, 57 snares, 53 kicks, 37 claps, 36 cymbals, 13 shakers, 2.1 gigabytes, and a partridge in a pear tree. So as you can see, this is once again one of the meatier Native Instrument expansions. There's a lot in here. So we're going to get into this. No, I don't want to do too much talking. We're going to get into this and see what do these kits sound like. So if you're someone who likes easy listening type of music, if you like easy listening type of music, jazz, stuff like that, get yourself some wine, maybe and some cheese and crackers, man, because this is a very, very, very laid back expansion. So without further ado, let's see what it do. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and start. I like to do it like this in case you hadn't watched any of my other videos. Rather than letting you hear all the individual sounds and all of the loops and things like that, I'm reserving that for someone who's going to buy it. I don't want to spoil the whole package, but what I do think is that they create these really dope kits in these expansions, and they will basically give you a demo pattern for every kit. And so we're going to go through the demo patterns of each kit. We're going to go through those monarch sounds and those massive sounds, and then it's going to be up to you to decide whether or not you want it. So first up, let's go through the kits. And so the first kit, Answers kit. Next is the April Showers kit. Next is the Crossed Paths kit. Next is the Deep Find kit. Next, let's do the Dream On kit. Next is the Early Bird kit. That one's really dope. I favorited that one. Next is the Emerald Eyes kit. End of Time kit. Flying High kit. Full Circle kit. Good Coffee kit. Hang 10 kit. Introvert kit. Really dope. I favored it. I'm thinking about 5 or 6 kits. So when I do the series on crate cuts, I'm probably going to use the favorited kits to make my beats. But next is the Kaleidoscope kit. Next is the Kindred Spirits kit. Next is the Lost in Thought kit. Love Song kit. Midnight kit. Dope. Next is the Mind State kit. Moments kit. Nights Like This kit. Nostalgia kit. Oblivious kit. Dope. Next is the Perception kit. Next is the Real Time kit. Next is the Redux or the Redo Special kit. Dope. Next is the Reflections kit. Dope. Next is the Sessions Perk kit. Definitely gonna make a beat with this kit right here. Next is the Shogatsu kit. Next is the Sleepy kit. Next is the Soulmate kit. Next is the Spring Bloom kit. Next is the Summer in London kit. Next is the Summer Rain kit. Dope. Next is the Sunbeam kit, or the Sunbeams kit. Next is the Sunrise kit. Next is the Take Care kit. Next is the Till Next Time kit. Next is the Time Flies kit. Dope. Next is the trellis kit. Next is the umbrella kit. Dope. Next is the water kit. Next is the window seat kit. Next is the Worlds Apart kit. Next, Young DNA kit. Dope. Now that's going to do it for all of the kits. Now, I hope you're not discouraged by listening to these kits. They are really laid back, but you can make any genre of music with these kits. But one thing in particular I really like is, and I'll give this a little bit more in the conclusion, but if you're looking for lo-fi, those kits are definitely dope. So next, let's go on to the sounds. I'm not sure if it mentioned the actual instrument sounds, but there's actually sounds in here also. Let's see. So when you go to the sounds, there is actually 15 sounds. So the first sound is the acoustic guitar. Deep Fried. Bass Kindred Spirits. Bass Midnight. Bass Moments. Bass Reflections. Bass Spring Bloom. Dusty Bass. Dusty Keys. Electric Guitar. Good Chime. Guitar Plucks. Kalimba. The Glockenspiel. Wobbly Keys. Next, let's go into the instruments. If I am not mistaken, it said it was Massive and Monarch, right? So let's go to Massive first. Go down to Crate Cuts. And it looks like we have 20 sounds. First sound, All Around. And as you can see on my screen, I have quite a few of these favorited. There are some very, very dope Massive sounds in here. Waiting on the Massive X sounds, but I'm thinking we may not get any Massive X sounds because Massive comes with or loaded into Maschine Plus. So the fact that you can load these up into Maschine Plus and Massive X doesn't come stock on that, I'm thinking it's going to probably be a while before we see Massive X sounds in these expansions. But nevertheless, Massive is still a dope plugin. Next, Breathe Underwater. Cheer Up Charlie. Downright. Dream On. Dusted. Ego Tripping. Emerald Keys. Ghost. Helix. Inversion. Lady Killer. Offbeat. Planets, silver strings, suspended, Sutherland, traverse, umbrella, window seat. Dope. So next, let's get to the Monarch sounds. First up, companion. Cosmo. Crybaby. DNA. Flashlight. Flutter. Jumpy. Punch up. Selfless. Tectonic. Timid. Transcribe. Let me make sure I didn't miss any. Yeah, 15 sample instruments, there they are. 20 master presets and 12 Monarch presets. Okay, so that is going to actually do it for this overview of the Crate Cuts expansion. I hope you've liked it. Let me know what you think about the actual expansion. Let me know if you're going to get it. Let me know if this fit what you're trying to do. Now, for me, in conclusion, I think this is a dope expansion to add to the repertoire, and this is the reason why. Number one, it really helps you have a variety of sounds in your music. But if you're someone who's looking to make some lo-fi, some neo soul, some R&B, I really do think that this expansion is a great starting point for people who want to do some of those type of projects. I'm actually going to try my best. I have about 12 songs that I want to put together for a lo-fi album. I may add a few more now that I have this expansion. I think I did the other songs with faded reels, but this is something that I definitely want to add to what I'm doing. So, like I said, if you're into lo-fi, neo soul, R&B, old school type of sound, that jazz, all of those different things, this is the perfect expansion for you. So, that's it for me. This is my time. Love the expansion. Until the next video, keep grinding, keep inspiring. Peace.